30 for 30, presented by Cadillac.
The day was April 14th, 2012. It was a day that began like any other typical Saturday at Culver. But the events of that day would come to be known as the single greatest scandal in the history of Culver athletics. A scandal that would rock this campus and live on in sports world infamy for years to come. At the center of the controversy was Willie Strong. Willie had agreed to coach the senior class team as they took on the faculty squad in Culver's annual senior versus faculty basketball game. To understand Strong's journey, one has to go back to the beginning, for it was here, in a small gym, in a small elementary school, in the small town of Culver, that his story began.
I was always the biggest, strongest kid around. I was 5'5", 165 pounds in kindergarten. They said I was the only first grader to ever average a triple-double.
I can remember the first time I saw him. It was before middle school, and walking to the gym, and there's this dad just balling. I'm like, whose dad is that? My friend turns to me and he's like, nah man, that's just Willie.
Strong's game continued to develop. Every aspect of his game but one.
I mean, I was dunking in 4th grade, but I just couldn't make a free throw. My own teammates, behind my back. I mean, this is hard for me to talk about.
Strong's free throw woes would continue throughout his high school career. That is, until the senior faculty basketball game. The exact events of that game, well, those depend on who you talk to.
The whole game was rigged. When's the last time you saw a coach get off the bench and check into the game?
Well, like a minute and a half left, I think the faculty led by like 10 points. Then the officials started getting involved. And Murchie did not like that.
Really? I mean, not just one, but 2 technicals? I mean...
I didn't like the look he gave me. I didn't like either of the looks he gave me.
The seniors knew they were down to their last shot, and they needed a miracle.
And a miracle is exactly what they would get.
I shot from right here. Obviously missed it, but my boy Hayes had my back. I mean, he called the foul.
And there wasn't anybody 15 feet near him.
I just thought to myself, why not? Let's make it interesting. There's no way Willie Strong can hit a free throw.
But Strong did hit the free throw.
Okay, big deal. It's 1 free throw.
And then Willie hits the 2nd free throw.
I coached the kid for 2 years and he never made 2 free throws in a row. And all of a sudden he hits that.
And then we're all holding our breath like, oh my gosh, the seniors might have a chance.
But Strong would miss the 3rd free throw.
We finally got that moment when you realize you're going to win a game.
And then out of nowhere, I hear it.
I hear the whistle and I look over from the bench and I'm like, Monty, don't you even think about it.
And Monty signals for a lane violation on the faculty team.
Are you kidding me?
Monty, the world deserves to know. Was there actually a lane violation?
No comment.
So you're not willing to go on record, one way or the other?
We're about done here, alright?
So of course, that gives Willie 1 more free throw. And against all odds, he actually makes it. Strong's 3 free throws would send the game into overtime, where the game-deciding basket would be scored by yet another unlikely hero, Kenneth the Puma Say, giving the seniors a 2-point victory over the previously heavily favored faculty team. I'll never forget the posters advertising the game. Unbeatable? It felt so good to beat those old geezers.
The technicals, the lane violation, those 2 players, Willie and Kenneth, weren't even supposed to be playing the game. We're still undefeated, we're still unbeatable.
I think the seniors had their best shot legitimately last year. This year's going to be a blowout. I mean, who do they really have? Ham? I had Ham as a freshman. That dude couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat.
He said what? Oh, that's ridiculous.
This year's senior faculty game will take place on April 13th, and while there's no telling what storylines will unfold, one thing's for certain. This is one game you won't want to miss.
Be there!